guys, Yukog here, and welcome to another Yes Heat track guide. This time we are at the Nurburgring in our beautiful McLaren. This circuit is epic and really is a fan favorite for many reasons you're about to see. So let's get stuck in. Turn 1, very tight hairpin, brake at the 100-meter board. Really keep it tight here and don't run wide on the exit because we want to bring the car back across for this left-hander here. And get away with not even braking for it if you get a good line, and then don't push too hard on the exit because if you run out on that green stuff, it's very slippy and you get a track limit. This tight left-hander here, stay tight on the exit so you can get a good run for this right-hander, and then down this back straight, your Delta will be thanking you. Now, left-hander here, very fast, brake just after that road on the right. Don't run too wide because, again, we've got a right-hander that's very tight, and we want to prioritize this exit, run all the way over the curb to maintain as much speed as possible, and then you'll fly down this back straight into a very tight hairpin. You want to diagonal your braking here, V off the corner, and then cut it back in, run all the way over this green stuff to get the best exit possible into the Schumacher S. An amazing corner here. You just want to lift a tiny bit. You can really push it almost flat in these GT3 cars, but just not quite. And now a left and a right here, brake before the green Astro on the right. You can use some of it as your entrance, and then come back across and prioritize your exit here. As soon as you hit your curb on the inside, fly through the corner, run it as wide as you dare. Do not touch that gravel, otherwise you lose a lot of time down this back straight. And then we are flying into the scariest part of the track, the chicane. Between the 150-meter board is where you brake. Try not to hit those sausage curbs too much on the inside. It will unsettle the car. Then the final corner, diagonal in. Try and keep it as tight as possible. As soon as you hit the middle of the corner, slam on the power. Let the traction control do its work, and then come out onto the final straight. A mid-53 for my first lap. I'll take that. Wow. So, let's go over a few more things here. So, as you can see, this track, it's sort of broken up into complex of corners instead of just like one corner after another kind of thing. So you want to prioritize your exits a lot and, you know, sacrifice the corner before to make the final corner, you know, maximize your final corners. Like here, for example, you want to sacrifice that tight left-hander so you can get a really good run. Same here, you want to sacrifice this fast left-hander here, you know, sacrifice this. You know, not maximizing the corner just so you can maximize this corner, because then your Delta down this back straight will be so happy. You'll go greener and greener and greener. So it's quite hard to find the time, but once you sort of get that into your brain, that it's like, you know, it's not about maximizing every corner. You just got to, you know, really maximize the complex of corners. So you think of it as like, you know, less of just individual corners, more of a group, and yeah, it'll just click. It'll just click. Like I say, even here, like this fast left-hander here, you can run this one very wide. Yeah, you can run very wide here, but you got to come straight back across the track and then throw it into this right-hander. Sometimes it can unsettle the car there as well if you throw it in a little bit too hot. So, yeah. And then this chicane here, such a difficult chicane. Like I say, this car does not like the right sausage at all. This one on the right there, if you touch that wrong in the race, it can send you to the moon, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. So let's go over some like setup tips here. So this track is a maximum downforce track. The car can just get away with it. Some cars you can't, like the Ferrari, you just lose too much straight line speed down here. But this McLaren, at least, yeah, you can run max downforce, so that makes it a little bit easier. You definitely want to, in the race at least, make a bit of a safer setup. Like raise the front ride height a little bit, you know, maybe mess with the dampers and the springs, just so you can take these curbs here, like this one, and obviously the final chicane, right? You want to make sure you can take those, because everyone's going to make a little bit of a mistake here or there in a long race, and if you hit those chicane sausages a little bit wrong, it can absolutely destroy your car, send you into a wall. So, yeah, it's all about, in the race at least, making something a little bit safer. For quali, it doesn't matter. You know, run whatever you can go quickest in quali, and if you crash, it's all right. It's on to the next one, right? Just next lap, go. But yeah, in the race, I highly advise making a bit of a safer setup here, because you'll be thanking me when you actually finish. Track limits around here, a little bit awkward. The first sector, you'll notice if you run wide a bit, track limits can get you. Here as well, if you run a little bit too far over this curve on the right, you'll get track limit warning there. I've actually almost got a drive through because of that before. Ooh. You see, the gravel there is not a good thing. But yeah, it's very easy to just, like, you know, push it a little bit too hard on the exits on these corners, and just like that, it costs you. Thankfully, you're not going to get a track limit warning on this chicane, because I don't think it's possible without just sending the car to the moon. But it's mainly just the first sector where you got to watch out for that stuff. But anyway, that's a good little track guide there for the Nurburgring. Apologies for a little mistake on that last lap. Just pushing it a little bit too hard, but hopefully that helps you guys understand. You know, it is a tough track. It's a tough track to maximize, but when you do, oh, it feels so good. It feels so good when you really, like, if you can nail the whole first sector, corner after corner. See that, it's a little bit wide, and that not invalidates. But yeah, if you can just nail these sectors, it feels great. So just get it in your minds, you know, prioritize corners to get the best exit, you know, and that the time will come. Time will come. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. See you on the next one. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.